I must have been out of my mind.
He's not coming back. I wish I could believe that, but I can't make myself.
I know. I'm sorry. But you don't want me to give up the show. I don't want you to give up school either.
Then I'll make a deal with you. You do the show, and I won't cut classes.
Drive a hard bargain.
What do you say?
Would you be willing to do the show with me?
Well, will you help me? It's a deal.
Deal. I better call Stephanie and tell her not to strike the set. You're really something else, you know that?
Morning, sis.
Morning.
This looks good. What is on this?
Excuse me?
Oh. Do you have any orange juice?
Oh, I forgot to get it. I'll pick some up this morning. You want me to make you some eggs or anything?
Nope, don't have time.
That's funny. I don't smell any smoke.
What are you talking about?
Well, the way you're gulping down your food, it looks like you're in a hurry to evacuate.
No. But I do want to stop at Susie's on the way to work.
Have you two made up?
No, don't get your hopes up. But I am definitely working on it.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
What is it?
Well, there's a big fire at the Millbrook State Prison.
Millbrook.
Yeah, it says that several prisoners escaped and that
Look at that. Millbrook is where they sent Warren Carter.
A bodyguard?
Absolutely, day and night.
You would hire a guard to stand outside that door?
You cannot possibly object.
Oh, come on, Stephanie. You're overreacting.
You've heard those bulletins. We can't be too careful.
They haven't said a word about Warren Carter. We don't know he escaped.
Well, I'm not taking any chances. Warren Carter is a dangerous man, and if he has escaped and he decides to go after Susie, who's going to protect her? You?
Well, no, of course not, but a guard?
One guard. Look, the man can be in plain clothes if it makes you feel any better. I just want to know he's got a gun.
Now, wait just a minute. How is Susie going to feel about this? She didn't sleep last night as it is.
Of course she didn't. A vicious criminal is on the
Keep
loose.
your voice down just a little. She's in there with Jonah.
Well, that's
There's no
another
reason
thing,
to-
Jonah. You are taking risks not only with Susie's life, but Jonah's, and I don't intend to stand around and watch it happen.
I'm sorry, Stephanie, but I think you have blown the whole situation completely out of context.
And I think that you are refusing to face facts.
Sorry, but I have to excuse myself. I have class.
I'm mean it about the guard, Joan. I may even get one for myself.
Family albums are really something. Oh, you know, this is the house that my granddaddy was born in. I think it's still standing. You want to have a look?
Oh, I've seen them.
A man pacing back and forth like that obviously has something on his mind, and here I am prattling on about family.
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm thinking about family, too. Liza in particular.
Oh, what about Liza?
I'm worried about her.
Seems to me Liza's doing just fine.
Martin, she's deluding herself. Now, I'm speaking out of concern as a family member. She's throwing herself at that hick pilot, and she's going to get hurt.
I assume you're talking about Colonel Bluebird.
Yes, that's right, the flying ace from the Ozarks. She's making a big mistake. She is too good for that man.
Do you know something about him that I don't?
Well, I was hoping maybe you would know something that you could help me put my mind at ease. I find it difficult to believe that you would accept someone like that on face value.
Liza doesn't make snap judgments about anybody.
Who is he? Where does he come from? What is he doing here?
Well, I understand that he's here to fly the prototype.
But you've talked to him. Now, what is he really after?
I suggest you put that question directly to Colonel Bluebird.
I understand, Martin. I'm speaking because of Liza. I'm concerned.
Just what is it you object to about the man?
He is beneath her. And she has a certain position that she has to maintain in this community. She is the head of Turner Instruments.
That's a title. That's not a life sentence.
Well, she also has a responsibility to our family. Now, aren't you the one who's always talking about the Turner heritage?
You're concerned that Liza is going to disgrace the family.
I knew you'd understand. Now, we can't let her drag our family's name in the mud.
Cord, there is more to being a Turner than a name. Now, if you'll excuse me, I find this whole conversation very disagreeable.
No, I thought you'd understand.
I understand that a gentleman doesn't criticize a lady, and he certainly doesn't meddle in her private affairs, even if he is family.
I'm trying to help her.
Then wait until she asks for it. What Liza does in her private life is none of your business.
What are you doing out there? What are you doing out there?
Well, I was just rescuing our little friend. It seems Bomber was taking his name too seriously. He was climbing up here trying to launch himself into the wild blue yonder, but he lost his nerve at the last minute.
Oh, I see. So you were forced to rescue her.
That's right. I was going to call the fire department. I was afraid the sirens would wake you up this time in the morning.
Well, that was very noble of you.
Thank you.
But you underestimate our little friend.
How's that?
Well, you see, Bomber comes to see me every day. And she climbs all the way up here. And then she climbs all the way down all by herself.
You don't say.
That's right. See that tree over there?
Yeah.
That's her own private escalator.
Well, what do you know? It looks like I went to all that trouble for nothing. There you go, little fella. Wow. Well, as long as I'm here,
You can't come in here.
well, sure I can. Look.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
What did you mean?
I'm not exactly dressed to receive company.
What you're wearing looks very nice to me. I would imagine that lace is kind of, itchy, though. I remember I had a pair of long johns one time. They were made of a special
Kentucky,
material.
this is not the time nor the place to discuss your long johns.
You're absolutely right. There's no time for small talk. We have much more important business to discuss.
What important business?
Cord Turner.
Who is it?
It's Cagney.
Cagney. What do you want?
Well, Stephanie, I'm here to see Susie. Is she in?
For heaven's sakes.
Can we go inside?
No.
What's the matter? Is Susie all right?
Will you lower your voice?
Is Susie
please?
all right?
Shh, quiet. She's fine. She's asleep.
I just heard about this prison breakout. I thought she'd be frantic and she'd want to talk to me.
Well, not now. Look, she was up half the night. She just got to sleep a few minutes ago. I really don't want to wake her, all right?
I'll wake her, because I want to talk to her.
You are the last person she needs to see right now.
Why don't we let her decide that, Stephanie?
Look, Susie needs a good long sleep. Now, if you really do want to help her, young man, why don't you just go home, let her get some rest, and she can call you when she wants to talk to you.
I'm going in.
No, you are not. Goodbye.
I didn't mean to make you angry.
You have to learn to think before you speak.
Yes, you're right, but you see, Liza's been so good to me, and as you know, well, I haven't been very close to any of our family members.
That was your choice.
Yes, you're right, but Liza's different. You see, she's the first family member that I've been really close to aside from Victoria. Now, maybe that makes me a little overprotective, Martin, but I mean well.
Your concern for Liza is admirable, but she's got her life under control. She can take care of herself.
Yes, you're right about that. No more butting into her personal affairs.
She'll appreciate it.
Okay. Listen, I do have some business that I want to talk to her about. Is she here?
I believe she's still up in her room.
Oh, good, thank you. Listen, I'm glad that you understand the basis for my concern. We have to look out for our own.
If Cord is the one who's trying to sabotage the prototype, we have to get proof.
I agree with you 100%.
I can't just fire him on suspicion.
No, ma'am.
Oh, and what if we're wrong? I mean, he could be innocent.
Yeah, it's a ticklish situation.
On the other hand, if he is guilty and he's on to us, he could do untold damage to the prototype.
Yeah, we're certainly between a rock and a hard place here.
You're not very much help today.
Well, I think I'm a little bit distracted here. I believe it's because of that nightgown you're wearing.
Well, don't look at me.
It's like asking a kid not to contemplate Christmas.
I'm not going to change with you sitting right here.
I know, ma'am. I've got an idea.
What are you doing?
Just eliminating distraction. Go ahead. Keep talking.
What was I saying?
You were saying we need a plan.
Right, we need a plan. Now, we have to get proof.
That's not going to be easy. Cord covers his tracks pretty well.
Yeah, well, first we have to check out his room in the guest house and then his office. I can do that.
I know I can do that, and I will do that. Besides, if I get caught, I'm a better liar than you are.
Granted.
Hey, don't be so quick to agree. My feelings get hurt very easily. This wall needs painting.
Thanks.
You're probably over at TI by now. I better get going.
You know, I almost hope you don't find anything. I hate to think that Cord... He does have a motive, though.
What's that?
He wants control of TI.
Can't fault your reasoning.
It's strange, though. Sometimes it's like he's two different people.
Funny you should say that. Reminds me of something I've been meaning to tell you. Found out where Cord spent those missing 3 years.
Where?
In a VA mental ward.
A mental ward?
Yeah, that's right. My own amateur prognosis is that he's a very dangerous man.
Oh, you're being overly dramatic.
No, I don't think so. When I was up in the mountains and Cord was delirious, he tried to kill me.
He was out of his mind with pain.
He was out of his mind, period. You be careful around him.
I will.
We're safe as long as he doesn't suspect we're on to him. We've got to make him think that his plans are going right on schedule.
That's not going to be easy.
You can handle it. You got more hidden talents than a dog has fleas.
Thanks, I think.
All the same, it's very dangerous. Now, if you have the slightest suspicion he's on to you, you get away from him.
Cord wouldn't hurt me.
Well, if you're not sure whether a dog bites or not, you don't wave your behind in his face to find out, do you?
Do you make these things up on the spur of the moment, or do you sit around making them up so you'll have them when you're ready?
A little bit of both. You won't tell, will you?
Maybe.
Do you have a lock on this door?
Why?
I'm just thinking of your own protection. Anybody could get in through here, anybody could get in through there, as you can see.
Well, what are you getting at?
It's my professional opinion you need 24-hour protection.
Oh, you're not serious.
Oh, yes, ma'am, I am. I believe I should set up my sleeping bag immediately right on the floor here, 24 hours a day, so I can be on the ready at all times.
What is it they say about the fox guarding the chicken coop?
Well, you shouldn't compare yourself to a chicken. It hardly does you justice.
Yeah, well, your protection at the lake left a lot to be desired.
Oh?
I feel very secure here in my own home.
90% of all accidents happen in the home.
I'll take my chances. Are you going to be leaving the way you came in. Morning.
Morning. Yeah, now don't you look lovely? Jimmy had to go out this morning, but he left some breakfast things.
Just coffee.
You all right, Liza?
Yeah, a little preoccupied.
What's wrong?
Nothing. A lot of work today.
You sure that's all it is?
Yeah.
That rascal Cord didn't say anything to upset you, did he?
Cord when?
This morning.
I haven't seen Cord today.
Oh, that's odd.
What are you talking about?
Cord went upstairs a while ago to talk to you.
When?
About a half hour ago. When he came back down, I assumed he found you. He left in a hurry.
Kentucky was in my bedroom.
I was a fool not to see through that farce at Huns Lake. I should have ended it then. I let them trick me. I can't afford another mistake like that. Sir, they're out to destroy me. But I won't let them. T.I. belongs to me. If I can't have it, nobody can.
I don't like the sound of this, Liza.
Neither do I, if Cord overheard us.
Well, now don't go jumping to any conclusions. Don't forget the walls in this house are mighty thick.
Yeah, but why else would he have run out of here in such a hurry?
Well, maybe he went upstairs, heard voices inside, assumed you were on the phone, had company, decided not to wait around, and just left.
Did he say where he was going?
No, I'm afraid not. I assume he went to the office.
I better call and find out.
What for?
Kentucky wanted to go to the guest house and snoop around a little. I just want to make sure Cord's at work.
Well, I'm sure Colonel Bluebird would know better than to try anything if he is there.
I know. I just want to make sure.
Liza, this whole thing makes me very nervous. I really don't understand why you can't just have that man arrested.
Because I don't have proof. Yes, good morning, Marie. I'm fine, thank you. Have you seen Mr. Turner? You haven't. How about Colonel Bluebird? All right, as soon as Colonel Bluebird does arrive, tell him I want him to meet me at 3 o'clock. Here's the address.
I didn't know you were still... Sorry that took so long.
You know, really, I should not be leaving. I should stay here until I have managed to convince you to accept my offer. Sometimes I just don't know why I bother.
Grace in the face of defeat is an admirable quality. Could always work on that one.
Just tell Susie that I'll check in with her after work, all right?
Be glad to. Did I hear someone at the door?
Yeah, that was your newsboy.
Really? I paid him yesterday.
Well, he wasn't collecting. He wanted to sell you some raffle tickets.
Why didn't you call me?
Oh, for heaven's sake, Joe. First prize was free bowling lessons. I didn't think you'd be interested. Now, I am very serious about that guard. As a matter of fact, I insist on it. I will be sending one at noon today.
Hello? Sonny, hi. What? Are they sure? How do they know? I see. Yes, of course I'll tell her. Thank you for calling, Sonny.
What is it?
Warren Carter's dead.
You have good taste in clothes.
Oh, it's a Hamilton gift.
Yeah, well, it's a few sizes too big, but it'll have to do until you get me some that fit. Take this and burn it. Then, give me something to eat.
It doesn't take you long to settle in, does it?
No. I've had this planned a long time. Here.
Well, I have to admit I was skeptical. But you got out of Millbrook.
Yeah, I had to. I couldn't disappoint all my friends here in Henderson. I owed them too much. Now I can start to pay them back.
You know, I still can't figure out how you did it.
Yeah, well, opportunity knocked. The rest was easy.
Oh, you're not going to tell me about it?
Got to concentrate on the next move.
Which is?
Which is? As they say in the movies, I'm going to lay low for a little while. This is a nice place. Secluded. Yeah, I think I'm going to like it here.
Television reports say you're dead.
Great. Hey, you can't arrest a dead man, can you?
How'd you manage that?
If you're a good boy, someday I'll tell you the whole story. But for now, let's just say that when I want something badly enough, I make it happen.